Good afternoon.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. Good
Shall we
afternoon.
start,
Yes,
sir?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. If you permit, he will start.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, you can start.
Okay, Azim, start.
Yes,
Please,
yes, sir.
you start.
Yes. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, visible.
Sir, this is the old PPT wherein the corrections were asked for slide number 25.
Okay.
Uh, Ma'am has asked to give the clarity about this BP.
No, it's just to give. See, let the story narration be okay, complete. Like from the beginning,
Okay,
objectives, everything you describe.
okay,
But okay, you should go do it in a okay quick faster pace,
okay,
and you should okay emphasize the points which the committee asked you to attend in the previous meeting.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Uh, no.
Sir, my research work is secure routing in wireless sensor network under the guidance of Emil sir. These are the DR suggestions. I'll come back to it afterwards, as you mentioned. Abstract. Wireless sensor networks refers to a group of specially dispersed and dedicated sensors for monitoring and recording the physical conditions of the environment. As we know, to collect the data at a centralized location, that is base station. It will have six basic elements, and the characteristics such as data-centric, application-specific, in-network processing, data aggregation, industry architecture. Applications starting from military to health, industry, and civil, smart cities, healthcare, and all. Challenges here are many, like ad hoc deployment, computational capability, energy consumption, scalability, communication rate. When the communication range is not reachable, then routing is mandatory. And routing, when happens across the multiple hops, then security is necessitated. So these are the two issues, challenges I have tried to address in my uh, work, ma'am. Sir, WSNs are exposed to various kind of attacks inside and outside, like a couple of attacks like energy drain, jamming, black hole, civil, hello world, wormhole, and all. Basically, at network layer, like some of these, like wormhole, black hole, civil, and hello world attacks are quite possible. Uh, and here, our main objective is to design a framework for secure routing protocol that satisfies the basic requirements of security, such as confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And now, coming to introduction, WSN, as we have seen, is an emerging technology after IoT came into being. Where we collect the data from, maybe footpaths, or for example, for driverless cars and all kind of thing, and analyze the data, and probably with IoT, of course, as I said, it will have in two-way communication, but WSN will just take the data after it gets processed and all kind of thing. And so, because of these kind of applications, WSNs have emerged a lot, and a lot of research have been taken place in recent time. These are some of the papers which I took, for example, the confusion prevention framework from IEEE Explore. This is one paper. Anyway, so as you mentioned me to move into my research, emphasizing the suggestions. So I'm just giving you some of the papers that I have taken it from these libraries. Actually, these are the literature survey. If you want me to go in detail and just take a look at the, yes, this is one of the um, newspaper which I took actually. And another one is this one for my first contribution. Now, coming to looking at all this literature survey, then research graphs that have been identified, majority of the parallel researchers have demonstrated either a single type of attack or simulation of a network scenario. Determination of trust value may cause computational overhead because of the finite resources. of WSN, and many of the research have been identified with only known attacks detected. So, and then multi-hop secure routing when comes into being, security and energy consumption is another kind of issue which I'm trying to address, uh, taking all these gaps into consideration. Research motivation: none of the single frameworks are capable of detecting all type of attacks. It is difficult to incorporate additional services into the devices test, routing management, data processing security. Due to the bottleneck between performance and service availability and service providers, they ignored the security issues. So it has been observed that the majority of the attacks that could happen is at the data transmission time and new node registration time. So these two vulnerable positions are taken in our work to address. Malicious events might degrade the communication and channel performance by causing the packet drop, high energy utilization, and causing delay. This has motivated us to frame our problem statement. Uh, Sensor routing protocol security depends upon encryption, authentication, anonymity, and trust factors. Nodes topology information is obtained by a study of traffic and routing out data. Trust plays, of course, an important role for intermediate node selection when anonymous networks hide information like traffic flow, network topology passed from malicious attackers. In such situation, then probably the trust plays an important role here. Then the research objectives, based on the problem statement frame, to propose a novel framework to detect the behavioral malfunction of the wireless sensor network based on the energy, power consumption, and response time of the node, to develop the detection model with the attack response knowledge based in order to generate timely recommendation to avoid the damages, to create a responsive system for controlling the damages caused by any attack on wireless sensor network for making the world of wireless communication more trustable, to secure the routing with randomized channel. We will be using dual channel based um, technique where the channel being truly identified on go, that is during the runtime, based on randomization algorithm with multi-order key to prevent the attacks from being intercepted. To reduce the network load, the data and the header part is separated here, and only the header part is going to be encrypted, decrypted at every time across the communication channel until it reaches the base station. Here, another objective is to develop a routing algorithm which predicts and neglects malicious nodes in wireless sensor network from being participated beforehand. And another objective is to develop here trust-based, secure, intelligent, opportunistic routing protocol, which does relay selection method by preventing malicious node from being selected as relay nodes based on the computed trust factor. The trust factor is being computed here based on sincerity in forwarding acknowledgement, sincerity in forwarding the data, and energy depletion. Uh, and coming to research contribution, the first contribution is in this is one of the preventive strategy, an intelligent crypto mechanism for trust-based secure routing in wireless sensor network. Here, a novel recurrent-based public crypto system is employed. The robustness of this algorithm is tested by launching the security attacks such as wormhole, hello world, and black hole attack, and the performance of the same is measured in terms of delay, energy consumption, packet delivery, throughput, and all, and has been compared with other parallel research algorithms.
So you focus what suggestions we have made.
Okay, ma'am.
Like actually, we have asked you to redraw the graphs.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Shall I go to
You,
that, ma'am? Yes,
yes, yes. You go to that and show me.
ma'am.
And we have also asked you to run a case study.
Yes, madam.
Mm.
Yes, madam. Here, actually, these are the dear suggestions. First one is to mention the balance prediction formulas clearly.
Okay.
In this algorithm, the behavioral prediction is how it is identified as one. Is as I've discussed in the last presentation, that when energy is identified to be more than 0.5 millijoules and the network time lifetime is 5 minutes, then we identify it as malicious node. Otherwise, it has zero. Ma'am. And then
Okay.
you asked me to
1 minute, sir.
yes,
Like you are having that energy,
yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So are you taking it as a static parameter?
In this algorithm, it is taken as static parameter. Actually, it starts with
It is susceptible.
point zero
Yes,
zero one ma'am.
it should keep on changing, right? Because energy, it usually decreases.
Yes, ma'am. Energy get decreases. Initially, we give the some amount of energy to all the nodes, ma'am. A fixed energy.
No, that's what I'm telling. Initially, it gives some value, but it should be decreasing slowly.
Yes, ma'am. It get
So,
decrease. Ma'am.
if one node BP is 1 now, can't it be 0 after some time?
Yes, ma'am. That can be calculated here, ma'am. If it is
But
identified,
you're not considering in this.
no. Actually, if it is staying for more than 5 minutes of time, we are saying, ma'am. Then see, in every round is not more than 5 minutes. If it is staying more than 5 minutes, it means it
No,
has
no,
been.
no, no. You just listen. Now you have AK. Okay. So why can't you define AK directly in terms of EK and NT? Why you want BP in between? Because behavior, you're not actually having the dynamism here.
Okay, if this can be directly taken here, you are saying, right,
Ah,
ma'am? Yes, yes, ma'am.
yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Because behavior is not dynamic. You are feeding the value and it will be there as it is because
Yes.
you are, in your testbed environment it is not being changed.
In the next proposal, actually, that is happening now, opportunistic, with the help of the formulas. It's been done.
Okay, okay, continue.
And another one, this algorithm also, as you mentioned, here it is RS algorithm. No? Next, second suggestion to draw graph by combining all subgraphs of the tested performance for packet delivery ratio with proposed one. This is the and the table also mentioned then, yeah, for the same, and another for energy consumption also, like it was earlier. This was earlier, ma'am, wherein actually in subgraphs, since the value that is being ranged across these algorithm is quite drastic,
Yes,
subgraphs
sir.
for
You show the current graph.
yeah, this is the current graph, ma'am. You can see the proposed algorithm with blue line is uh, taking less energy. Actually, the consumed energy is very less for 20, 10, 20, 30, 40,
And that
50.
that blue line is it has been merged with the border of the table, sir. It's not been seen at all.
Yeah, that's what, ma'am. I tried the
The
values.
table, the
Yeah,
color you change.
so you want me to change the color of the table? It's not visible, ma'am.
Obviously, no, it's not visible.
It
It's
proposes
sitting
at 10.
almost
No,
on
no,
the border.
actually, the value is very less, ma'am, because I've started with zero. So that's the reason why I've given the labels here, ma'am. You can see 0.001 is the label, ma'am, for 10. Propose 1.001 it is.
Better you use some other color, sir.
Okay. But it is quite less now, so it is not being. Achha, both are merged, you are saying. This borderline is blue and both are. Okay. I'll change the color, ma'am. Yeah. And this is the third parameter, ma'am, that you have asked for. The third suggestion, actually, wherein you asked me to actually calculate the uh, trust factor. As in that algorithm, there are two factors. One is probability, which is being taken from a prior information, and another one is a trust factor. This trust factor here is being calculated based on certain basic parameter. The basic parameters are infected packets ratio and then the delay, actually. Using this, we are calculating the likelihood of a node being malicious. Then, based on this, the sincerity in forwarding data packets for sincerity acknowledgement and energy depletion, a formula is designed. So here, likelihood of maliciousness is calculated using this formula. Probability of being malicious is equal to 1 minus Ri, where Ri is the ratio of ineffective forwarding of packets divided by the number of packets sent to a calculated node. that R equal to ND by NS, where ND is the number of packets that are declined by the node, and NS is the number of packets directed towards the same. 1 minus Ri minus R delay, where R delay is nothing but the late arrival of packets at that node, and this late arrival of packets is calculated based on the timestamps imposed by each relay node at the time of forwarding the same. So this is the formula to calculate the likelihood of a node being malicious. Then we're taking that into consideration while we are calculating this forwarding the data packets. The forwarding data packets is equal to from NI to NJ as a successful forwarding by successful and unsuccessful into 1 minus PM. 1 minus PM will give us non-malicious probability. As so here similarly sincerity in acknowledgement is computed using success by success plus unsuccess into 1 minus PM. Similarly, energy depletion here is being calculated using this. The EFW is the energy required by the node NJ in forwarding the data packets plus the energy required by NJ to receive the data packets from NI plus E acknowledgement. That is the energy spent by NJ in sending acknowledgement from NJ to NI is total together by E total of NJ into 1 minus PM. This will give us the energy equation, and total energy is the total energy spent by NJ in the system, in the network system. And here the trust factor from Ni to Nj is being calculated with a weighting average alpha beta gamma. Alpha into Fs of Ni plus beta into Ed of Ni comma Nj plus gamma into acknowledgement of Ni comma Nj. These alpha beta gamma are the important factors. To what is the weightage we are going to give to each of these particular factors actually. Together will be one always. Since as we know that the major goal of WSN is to save the power, so for energy depletion weighting average I have given more weightage. So alpha here, alpha and beta gamma are given zero point 0.3, zero point 0.3. Sending and acknowledgement both are almost in nature they are same, so equal value is given, and a higher value is given to the energy depletion 0.4. So based on this calculations are made. If you want me to demonstrate, I can demonstrate. Shall I demonstrate now?
Yes, please.
For example, as we have discussed that in this algorithm, packet reception rate must be more than 20%. Only then we said it is uh, because in algorithm one we have mentioned actually. Here you can see here. Um, Point 2 greater than or equal to point 2, then we are saying that the node is eligible to become a relay node actually. So I'm taking this as the initial point to demonstrate these formulas. Here PM is going to be calculated with like PM equal to 1 minus, let us for example, if the packet reception ratio is equal to 0.19. 0.19 means it is less than zero point 0.2. So then there is a possibility of becoming maliciousness is uh, observed. So taking this into consideration, the Ri value I'm calculating. So Ri is going to be 1 minus 0.19 will give me 0.81 here, and then PM equal to 1 minus Ri, that is 1 minus 0.81, then minus here we have delay, for example, let us say for example 6 milliseconds is the timestamp. It means the packet has to be arrived at within 6 milliseconds, but it has delayed by, let us say for example 2 milliseconds, means it has reached that particular node in 8 milliseconds. Then the late arrival ratio, when we calculate, that comes to 0.15 madam. 6 by 8 into 100 will give me 0.15. So if I take this 0.15, sorry, I'll write below 0.15. So 1 minus 0.81 will give me 0.19. So this is going to be 0.19. So 0.19 minus 0.15 will give me the maliciousness equal to 0.04. 0.04. Then coming to FS, when we are calculating this sincerity in forwarding the data packets using this formula, uh, as we have seen that it is forwarding only 0.19, no, ma'am? 0.19. This was the initial step. So this is the successful uh, sending of packets. By successful and unsuccessful will always be 1, of course. I'm taking it as 1. Then into 1 minus PM, 1 minus 0.04, madam. 1 minus 0.04 will give me around 0.19 here into 0.96. This is going to be, 0.96. So total it gives me 0.1824. 0.1824. Then similarly for acknowledgement here, when I calculate, that comes to 0.81. This is the reverse of the packet reception vector. So it will be
No,
0.81.
why do you get 0.18?
This is 19, madam. Hello.
182. 182.
No, no. When I'm multiplying this one, 0.19 into 0.96, I got 0.1824, madam. Using this formula, successful probability is nothing but I have started with packet reception ratio is 0.19 now, madam. This is less than 2, so there is a possibility of becoming a maliciousness. So for that I am calculating to ensure that it is malicious with the help of this formulas.
Okay.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Okay. Okay.
So then acknowledgement, successful acknowledgement, it's going to send for the successful packets. So successful packets, 0.81, the reverse of the same. Then I'm here taking total is 1 into 1 minus PM, 1 minus 0.04. So this 0.81 into 0.96, this becomes 0.96 here, 0.96. So this total together becomes 0.776. Then coming to energy depletion, let us say actually, as I said, 0.5, but let us say total together, instead of taking individually, total together, let us say for example, 0.49 millijoules is taken. 0.49 millijoules is taken. Then any node to be malicious, total time that it has to spend, not more than zero point 0.5, that I am taking as total time, into 1 minus zero point 0.04, 0.04. So this is going to be around 0.1152. 0.49 by zero point 0.5 into 1 minus 0.004 is nothing but 0.96. 0.96 here. So total together is going to be 0.1152. 0.115. Now the trust factor to be calculated here using this formula, where we have taken alpha value as zero point 0.3, zero point 0.3 into the since I forwarding for this particular node is 0.1824 that we have calculated before, plus beta is zero point 0.4, and energy depletion we have got around 0.1152, 0.115, plus gamma is zero point 0.3 we have taken, so zero point 0.3 into this acknowledgement we have calculated to 0.776. So total together we have got 0.66384. So uh, here trust factor, when it is identified to be more than zero point 0.5 is cutoff I have put here, threshold value. So it is identified to be maliciousness. Maliciousness. Is it okay, ma'am?
Okay.
So these are the three suggestions actually given by DRC committee, for which the action that I have taken is this. Shall I proceed, ma'am? This is what the change I have done.
Okay, proceed.
Yes. In the first contribution here, the uh, robustness, as I said, of this algorithm, that is recurrent based public crypto system, is tested with the help of by launching certain attacks like black hole, wormhole, and hello world. And in second contribution, there is multi-order key sharing and dual channel based secure routing for WSN. This is my next second strategy, preventive strategy, wherein we are trying to prevent the different type of attacks at the first instance itself, beforehand itself, that is at the node registration time, subsequently during the data transmission time. Based on the trust and anonymity, this particular model is built. Another contribution is to design a framework for competitive analysis of WSN attacks and countermeasure. This is one of the detection strategy. It is here try to implement to identify the security breaches faced by WSN and implement it for simulation by measuring the performance degradation of WSN in the presence of security breaches to detect different type of attacks. A novel performance evaluation metric is formulated here and you obtain the experimental results that has helped us inform the basis for the subsequent research. The fourth contribution is a trust-based, secure, intelligent, opportunistic, lightweight routing protocol. This is one of the risk identification model. Here we are trying to identify the node's risk of being malicious actually. So using certain parameters like sincerity in forwarding the data, sincerity in forwarding acknowledgement, and energy consumption. So this is the proposed methodology. It has, when compared with the other algorithm, has shown good improvement. Black diagram. There are about five layers we have. Input layer when we are taking the uh, data, and then hidden layer we are processing. We are setting the parameters in layer one, and here we are pre-processing, taking that two parameters to identify or classify the nodes into malicious and non-malicious. That is network lifetime and the energy. When energy is more than zero point 0.5 millijoules and the network lifetime is 5 minutes, we are trying to classify it as a malicious node, and then subsequently that is going to be neglected from being participated in the communication. So this is the first algorithm, as I explained you, where first we create the nodes and then we try to identify the maliciousness based on these parameters, energy and network lifetime. When energy is greater than zero point 0.5 millijoules and network lifetime is more than 5 minutes. And then the maliciousness of the nodes, when identified, these malicious nodes are going to be removed. And this process is going to be recurrent. That's the reason why we say it is recurrent based public crypto system. So every after a zero point 0.3 millijoules, the zero point 0.3 nanoseconds, sorry, this particular classification of the low power and high power nodes are going to be tested actually. And once the malicious nodes identified and neglected from being participated, only then the data is going to be transmitted from source to destination with the help of this public crypto system. This is RSA algorithm which will have one public key and a private key. So using this is message is going to be sent here with M power E model, and then E and N are going to be here calculated based on this particular procedure where we are taking P and Q are two prime numbers of whose product is N. Then the P minus 1 and Q minus 1 then factor we are taking pi of n, and trying to ensure that this pi of n and E are relatively prime, is choosing E such that which is relatively prime to pi of n is going to be E. Then we use E comma n to encrypt the message, that is M power E mod n, which is going to convert this message into ciphertext. And in the decryption side, we have uh, the decryption process, that is by using the private key of the uh, receiver. It is going to convert the ciphertext into message back using a D comma n. Uh, it is by using C power D model. So this is a
Okay, sir. I
yes,
think
sir.
you can conclude. You have addressed the suggestions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can conclude, sir. Conclude the presentation.
Yes, ma'am. So this research actually analyzes the types of attacks on WSN and provide a generic framework to detect the attacks. Uh, as we know that there are two type of attacks: inside attacks and outside attacks. All are tried to be addressed here with the help of this particular framework. And multi-order key sharing with dual channel based secure routing protocol is demonstrated, and with the help of which we have tried to prevent the attacks at the beforehand during the node registration time, subsequently during the uh, data transmission time. And a novel recurrent based public crypto system is proposed to reduce the security threats and minimize power consumption, uh, wherein we are trying to neglect the malicious nodes once been identified with a certain parameter. And when tested with other models, it has achieved a good throughput of 98%, packet delivery ratio of 95%, and with low energy consumption. TBSIOP is another proposal, is another research work that is one of our research work, which wherein we are trying to here identify the node's risk of being malicious, which has been the average risk level has been calculated to 2.87%. It is significantly less than other examined regimes. And future research, we can offer more robust protocols that can withstand more serious WSN attacks that may be offered in future. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I thank.
It's okay. It's okay, sir. Acknowledgement.
Yes,
Uh, Sir, I think uh, we can wind up.
Ma'am, I have one question. Azim, you go to the first slide, the title.
Still 1 minute. So let's do one thing. I think Kamakshi Prasad, sir, you who uh, send WhatsApp the
Okay.
titles what you want to
Yeah,
do,
just I
sir.
would like to discuss with the
Yes,
title.
yes, that's what, sir. You
Yeah,
whatever the titles you want to propose, like 1, 2, 3, like that. You
yeah.
WhatsApp the list to
No,
Kamakshi Prasad, sir.
I just want your opinion, madam. Secure routing in wireless sensor.
We will. That's
Is
what,
this
sir.
okay?
Sir will decide. So this is the
Okay.
title you have given at the time of admission, no, sir.
yes, sir.
You
Exactly,
can
exactly.
refine it. You can refine
Yeah,
it, and you can make it more specific.
Yeah.
So think about a more specific title and send it to sir. We will
Okay.
decide and we will let you know, sir.
Okay.
Sir has joined. Tamakli
Yeah,
sir
sir.
has
Okay.
joined.
Hello. Ah,
Sir,
Hello, sir. Good
he
afternoon.
Madam.
has concluded his presentation and the
Okay.
title we need to fill. So
Okay.
I'm just asking sir to send you 2 to 3 titles what they think apt.
They haven't prepared. Professor Khalil, you haven't prepared.
Yeah, one title I think I just wanted to add secure routing strategies in wireless sensor networks because it seems to me it's okay, sir. No much change is needed. However,
Uh,
I would like to seek the opinion of Supriti madam as well.
okay. Do one thing as Madam suggested. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. You send me two
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 titles I
op-
will send,
two
sir. Yes.
uh, two most appropriate titles.
Okay, sir.
Okay, in the order of preference.
Sure.
Okay, we will go through it and we will communicate one of these two to you.
Exactly, sir.
Let it be
I'll
Okay,
do
more
that.
specific,
send
sir.
me a WhatsApp message.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Uh,
See,
okay, okay,
it should be more specific, sir. Secure routing, it appears to be more
okay,
generic.
madam. Then
Okay, sir.
Supriti, madam.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
Supriti,
you, sir.
madam, and thank
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
Professor
Thank you,
Khalil.
ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.